And one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening. Welcome to Fulton Street Beats. Hope you're doing okay tonight. And I hope you're ready to hear a cool drum cover. What you're listening to right now is a little Royal Blood, and they got this nice little groove called Figure It Out. And I've liked this song for a long time. And it's something that I've wanted to play for a while. And I think I know it in my head. But we're going to sit down on the kit tonight and we're going to actually try to play this song. Because it's really cool. I've been practicing the groove a little bit to the air drums. All you drummers out there know how that goes. How do I put this? When I'm playing a song, I really need to like that song in order to pull it off, if that makes any sense. I mean, we can all struggle through songs, but if we don't enjoy them, of course, they're not going to be played to the best of our ability. Maybe it's the best we can do with not enjoying it, but enjoying it sure does make it a lot more fun and a lot better in the end. And sometimes what I find is sometimes we end up making them our own and adding a little fill here or there, doing something a little different than the original artist intended. I find myself doing that a lot, and well, because I'm feeling that groove, and it's fun to do that. But anyhow, back to Royal Blood. If you guys haven't checked out the band Royal Blood, and I'm sure there's a few of you who haven't, but if you haven't, you got to check out. It's a two-piece band. It's the drummer and the singer, which is a bass player, and he gets these really heavy grooves with this bass guitar. You swear it's a guitar, but he's got this really unique sound. The band is really groovy. They're just as awesome live as they are on the album. And very impressive stuff. I've liked them since the beginning, and honestly, they never cease to amaze. They are really, really catchy. They did a version of My Sharona that was really cool also. But the song Figure It Out is one of the first ones that I ever heard from this band, and I really, really liked it. However, I don't play it. I don't know why I haven't played it, but I've been working up to it, and I figured I think I know it in my head well enough to play it. It might not be perfect, but we're going to do that. And I hope you guys, when you hear a song that you really, really enjoy, sometimes, and I find this a lot, sometimes you know the song already and you've never played it before. You just know it in your head so well that you do a pretty good job of it. Now, of course, it's not going to be perfect, but you do a really good job of it. I did this the other day with a Bang Tango song from the 90s that I didn't even know that I remembered that well. And I heard it and I go, epiphany. I'm going to record this song and play it. And I did this song, Love Injection by Bang Tango. If you haven't checked that out, go back. It's a couple of videos back and check that out. I just sit down and did this cover. I'm like, wow, man. And I sit back and listen to it. And I'm like, wow. I dialed in the drums and try to get I'm trying to do that with all of my sounds now. Get the correct sound for the drums. And I was approaching things differently than what I used to. And if you notice, the sound quality is getting a little bit better. Well, there's this app, and we're going to go over this later on. I forget what the name of it is, but you can do the free version, and it literally does some kind of weird AI stuff and pulls out all the drums if you need it to. And it's really cool. Or you can pay for it, and the bits are supposed to be more, and it's supposed to be a lot better. I haven't paid for it yet. I'm gonna. But let me tell you what I've found. When I go on YouTube and I find these drumless tracks, they're really subpar, right? I mean, it's missing a lot of detail in the background for sure. And sometimes I even think the timing's off a little bit, and it throws me off. And then I'll go back and I'll listen to the original version. I go, oh, that's right. See, now that one's right. And I find that a lot. And I'm sure a lot of you drummers out there find the same thing. You're like, it doesn't feel right. I'm not feeling that groove. Well, there's pieces missing. That's why. And if you really like a song and something's missing from that song, well, it makes you not play it as good. I mean, for one, I have to like the music that I'm playing. This is how I am. Yeah, I can play some stuff and be bored with it. I did that the other day. The wifey asked me to play a song for her, and I will never put it. And believe it, it was a Backstreet Boys song, and I just rolled that. But I did it for her because love makes you do stupid things. So I played a Backstreet Boys song for her, and I mean, I yawned through the whole thing. So I started adding some fills here and there because I said, well, this is the way it should have been. So that was kind of a joke. But anyhow, we hear these songs, and I started doing the backing tracks, and I find that the backing tracks just don't sound as good. And when you make a mistake on a backing, like when you're using the backtracks and you make a mistake, you don't know you made the mistake because, well, you have nothing to gauge it really on. You can be a little, you could be dragging and you don't know it, or you can be rushing and you don't know it. But when you have to play to the original drummer to get that in that pocket and that groove, really tightens you up a little bit because here's the thing. If you're not on time, everybody notices it because you got a drum in the background that's bleeding through underneath yours. So what I like to do is turn my drums up a couple notches over the original drummers and try to keep his time. Because you're playing it right then, and it's hard to play anything that precise. There's very few drummers who are human metronomes, and I talked about this a little bit a while ago. Some of the simplest, and I say simplest, what sounds simple, these drummers, they sound really simple until you play them and you go, it's like, damn, guy's like an atomic clock. Phil Rudd is an example of one of those drummers. Yes, the drummer for AC/DC. Simple stuff, right? Well, yeah, it's simple. You said, okay, that's simple stuff. I can play that. And then you sit down and you try to play it. Try to play it to him, with him. I guarantee it's not as easy as you think because the guy is an atomic clock. That's why a lot of people think John Bonham is so great. He's another example of an atomic clock. He was just a great drummer who'd get in that groove and keep time precisely. So that's an example. So I like to play to the original tunes, over it a little bit, and hear my mistakes behind it when I listen back so I can correct them. And we're going to do that tonight. We're going to play Royal Blood, Figure It Out. And this is from, what year did this come out? What year did this come out? This came out, does it say? Geez, I don't even think it says. I don't know, maybe 6 years ago, maybe more. But it's cool. We're going to play that. I'm going to jump over here on the kit. And we're going to play Figure It Out. And I'm going to play just above. I got the drums tuned, I think. And here's the thing. I haven't played the song through. I'm just was listening and trying to, and it's a pain in the royal ass because you're trying to tune everything in correctly, one at a time, the toms. And there's a part, before we do this, there's a part of this song, I'm going to try to find it real quick, that when I try to do this, I guess you could call it a triplet, around the kit, I haven't done it to the song. I do it in the air, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then I wasn't listening to the song, and I tried to do it for myself, and I wasn't nailing it correctly. And I'm like, oh, man. But then when I do it to the song in my head, like when I'm listening to it, and I'm just, I think I'm nailing it right. So I think it's one of those things where you got to be in that groove and in that pocket in real time to get it. Let me see if I can find that real quick here. Let's see if we can find that little part. Okay, we're gonna roll through here. Right here. I love this part. A lot going on. Ooh, coming up right now. That is a cool little breakdown right there. But let's hear that one more time. There it is. How cool is that? I just like it. It sounds easy, but I tried it on the kit and I'm like, I don't think I'm doing it right. But maybe that's because I don't got the music in my mind right now. I just nailed it in my mind. So anyhow, let's jump over here on the kit and do this Royal Blood song. And if I pull it off, I'll post just the song later on too. It's not a part of this episode, but I think in my head I know this pretty good. I think it's one of those things that I'm a legend in my own mind right now. Yeah, that's messed up, right? Okay. We're going to try it, though. Let's jump over on the kit, play the song. I'll be right back, and we'll see how that goes. Stay right there, folks.
Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cut some teeth, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out. Getting hard to sleep, blood is in my dreams. Love is killing me, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm still in here trying to figure it out.
Well, that was interesting to say the least. What did you guys think? What'd you think? I'm not sure what I've thought of that. I'm honestly, I feel like I did a good job. You ever do that? I haven't listened to it yet, but we're just gonna roll with this. And if it's bad, guys, I apologize. but I feel like I didn't, or I did do a good job. I felt like I did a good job. I felt like I was in the pocket. You know, it wasn't perfect. There's a couple parts that I know wasn't perfect because I could hear what was going on in the back. Like, remember we talked about missing that perfect timing. But I think for the most part, for the first time, it's okay. I think it turned out all right. I hope. When I put up this video and I go back, I'm probably going to go, boy, I'm eating my words now. But I think it was pretty cool. So anyhow, that's pretty cool. I will get that app out to you guys, let you guys know what the app is. I am going to be using more of that app because it does take out the drums, and although I do like doing it this way. But I want to make sure it's worth it for you guys because right now I'm using the version and the audio is not that great because I'm not paying for it. And apparently if you pay for it, you get better audio. And how it works is you download this app and you can go on YouTube or any place you want, any example that you want. And you put in the URL to where you're getting it from. And it takes the song, it breaks it down, and you can break it up in, I think, 5 or 6 different tracks. Like, you can do the singing, the vocals, guitar, bass guitar, piano, whatever you need to take out or whatever you want to do. Mix it up any you want, different levels, anything you want. And for somehow it figures out what's there and reduces it and compress. I don't know. I don't know how it does it. I've never seen anything like it, like this before, the way it works. And it does a pretty good job, but I'm not impressed with the sound quality and of course, they want you to pay for it. And I get it. And I'm probably gonna because it's nice to have because there's a lot of drumless tracks that just aren't out there. We're looking for drumless tracks. And I want to do like a lot of Zeppelin. I can't find good drumless Zeppelin tracks, you know? There's some out there that sound really good, but the vocals are missing too. Well, I want the vocals. I want to feel like I'm John Bonham playing with the band. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Fulton Street Beats. And I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe because, well, it helps me out a lot, and I enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys enjoy listening. Have a great evening, guys. Bye.